Okay, now integrating trig functions. Okay, so my best tip is have the original trig functions and then put what their derivatives are, because remember, you have to go backwards because we're undoing. So pay really, really close attention when there's a negative sign, because some of them, they're supposed to be. So here's my best tip. Go ahead and rewrite this with the constant pulled out. Because then you can focus on, so cosine is what we're integrating. So you look in the derivative column and you work backwards. Sine, if cosine is the function to integrate, working backwards, it's sine x. So, whoops. So 4 is the multiplier. The integral to cosine is sine. Then remember, plus that constant. Okay. So we're here on this next one. Well, look at, we've got negative sine right there. So you don't bring negative 5 out. You bring 5 and leave negative sine, and the integral to negative sine is positive cosine. So that's the indefinite integral. Okay. So let's see. So we've got a negative secant squared. But this secant squared right here isn't negative, so we're going to bring a negative 1 out. So when we integrate, it's negative 1. Well, the integral of secant squared is tangent. Okay. Now look at this one right here. Cosecant, let's see, we're down here. Cosecant cotangent, well, that would need to be negative. So because there's not a negative there, I'm going to bring this 3 out. Since this is positive, when you integrate, cosecant will have to be a negative cosecant. So that will be 3 times negative cosecant. Whoops. So then you would simplify that to this. Make sure the C's are uppercase. So that's why having the list, the table here, is pretty important. All right, let's come down here and look at 16. So cosecant squared, that's supposed to be negative. So we'll leave the negative sign there, bring the 4 out. And the integral of negative cosecant squared is cotangent. All right. And then here we've got secant tangent supposed to be positive. So this entire negative 2 gets pulled out. So it's negative 2 times the integral to secant tangent is secant x. And I think that's it for those. I'm probably going to end this. The next one we're going to start is the chain rule, but I'll leave that for the next video. All right, that's it for integrating indefinite integral of trig functions.